and good morning. This is Tammy. Thought I'd take a minute to kind of scan. Just scan. I love these boulders. The sky is actually pretty cool this morning. Anyway, thanks for joining me this morning on this lovely Wednesday hike. And it's just those clouds just make it just the perfect temperature, truthfully. So anyway, I was walking and my mind is going, right? And I thought, you know what? It's a perfect video. So here we are. Last night, my mind races because okay, that would be Theo hacking it up behind me. Where is he up there? Can you see him back there? There he is. Say hi, Theos. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't want to move too fast. I have, so a couple of things. I have a couple of clients that, several clients actually, a good handful of clients, on a cocktails of psychotropic medications. And I was just thinking about the one, I mean, it's interesting, because I do work, again, with the Amish. If you're new to me, I work a lot with Amish people, and for whatever reason, there's a particular psychiatrist that is heavily involved, and all of my clients end up, I think all of them actually see her. And not that I have a problem with psychiatrists. What I have a problem with is the thought process regarding medications and oils and the things that we tell, things that this particular doctor tells her clients is that they will always be sick. That they're always going to be sick, and that to me is like that's a subtle way of saying, passive aggressive way of saying, you will always need me, and that's not the case. So my background includes pharmacology and study of drug development. I specialize in neurochemistry, and that is not the case at all. I've done extensive research and continue to follow the studies being done on the human genome. Can you see that rainstorm out there? Yeah, oh, and there's the sun. Just lovely. Anyway, I don't know what happened there. So anyway, but I don't agree that. I'm just adjusting the light. Something happened to the light there. There we go. So anyway, I don't particularly agree with the fact that these people will always be sick. I just don't. There we go. That's better. The reason for that is because the body's consistently adapting, and it adapts to everything, every message received, whether it's a chemical messenger from the outside world to our very thoughts and emotions. So whatever information we give to our body, the body will respond. That's just the nature of nature. It's a responsive process. So I don't necessarily agree that people will always be sick. It's a mindset. And if you're programming these people to think that they're always going to be sick, well, guess what? They probably always will be sick. And that's where I struggle with some of my clients, because I tell them the opposite, that it is possible to get better. And who do they believe now, right? So that brought me to something I was around last night, was a video people were watching on viruses. And it was actually very informative. I mean, it was a really fascinating presentation, except for the fact that they made it out to sound like viruses are the bad guy. They are our enemies. Viruses are living organisms that have also adapted to what we've put in front of it. Yes, we have created, so to speak, some pretty gnarly viruses. But where are we going to start taking responsibility for that? Furthermore, they make it seem like human beings are the target. You know, they talked about these viruses having very specific actions in the body, like some go for this tissue, some go for these cells, that sort of thing, right? Well, that makes sense because that's I stopped because it's windy. That makes sense because it's the nature of the chemical receptors, or the chemical messengers, and receptors have different shapes. So what gets attacked, so to speak, or targeted, depends on the shape of the chemical. So that makes a lot of sense, and they understand this, and this is where drug development comes in, because drug development replicates the way nature acts in the human body. So, can people get better? Absolutely. We have the power within us to get better, and it starts with the way we think about things. Are we are we the victims of these viruses? Well, there's a couple of things that were left out of that particular video. One of which is that the human immune system is the most diverse genetic complex on the planet, meaning each one of us has a very unique immune system, and how we are able to combat these viruses really depends, and bacteria or any microbe depends on our immune system. So this is why I call for it's a cry for stability. It really is. It's time to stabilize. And this is the thing that I tell the psychiatrists. You know, it's like they think I'm trying to control the patient. They think I'm trying to control them. When in fact, I'm not trying to control anybody. That's the last thing I want to do is control. But I do want to institute some sort of stability. And that's what anybody really needs, is a stable system. Once the body is stable, it can do a lot of things that keep us healthy and safe. So, I mean, are we completely immune from these viruses? I wouldn't think so, because, I mean, they are, like I said, they're morphing right in front of our eyes, but it's not because these are vicious aliens. It's because we've presented them with so many different chemicals that they are part of nature and doing what they need to do to survive, just like the human body is. Their advantage is they don't have a mind, you know, and they don't have emotions. They are where they are, and they exist as they exist, and that is how they survive. They don't worry about anything. They just basically go with the flow. They adapt as needed, and yes, there's some die-off, but they are making it as a species. And guess what, you guys? The human beings are making it as a species as well. We've adapted to the point where we're no longer the same human being that we were hundreds of years ago, let alone thousands of years ago. So can we survive all of these medical issues that we face? Absolutely. But it takes stability. It really takes a solid ground. No matter how rocky it looks, you can always find your footing. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks for watching and tolerating the breeze.